don't apologize. I'm not sorry. Good morning and welcome back to the corner. If you can hear, my voice might be a bit different today. I am sick, but we're here. I may have to edit out some coughing fits, but we're here and we're doing it. Sick or no. My nose is all red from blowing it. I guess I must have a cold. I have taken a couple of COVID tests and they're negative, so there's that. All right, the coughing fit is coming. I could not do this with makeup on. Okay, let's do it. We're here and we're doing it. All right. So I filmed last week and the episode did not get edited or uploaded because though I wasn't sick last week, I was not 100% there mentally. So it ended up just being like a hot mess. So I'm hoping I don't forget anything today since I have a lot to catch you up on. And as you know, when I film a video and then don't upload it, I often can forget the things I talked about because I've already talked about them and it messes with the brain. I did go back at my last episode, which was episode 33, and double checked to make sure I knew what I was talking about. We should be good. Which makes today episode 34. It is Monday, September 26th. Yesterday was Bitchcraft Fair, and honestly, I don't think I realized how much preparing for that was weighing on me. Because now that it's over, I feel, I want to say refreshed. I don't feel refreshed because I'm sick, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Now, let's talk about a lot of things. I have a lot of things to talk to you guys about today. I have lots of new cast-ons. One is a test knit. I have acquisitions that have been piling up. I'm only going to talk to you about things that have actively had work done on them. I do have a couple of projects that you know about already that I have not touched. And that's okay. That's okay. I should probably have brought my water up here. Coffee doesn't do a lot to clear the throat. Let's just get started, I guess. We're going to start with FOs, as we do here. And I have 2 of them. I think I only have 2 of them. The first FO is a pair of socks. These are Brad's Fireflies socks. What are they actually called? Campfires and Fireflies, I think is the name of the main color. The contrast color is Dusk. And they're done. These were supposed to be done during summer sock camp. They didn't make it. You can see the pulling changes on the foot from the leg. I did 64 stitches for the leg, increased at the heel to make the heel larger, and then just kept 68 stitches throughout the foot, which is why the pulling looks different, but at least they match each other, which is all that really matters. And they're super cute. I have not woven in the ends. I have 3 pairs of socks that are finished without the ends woven in. I just have not been in the mood. So these are going in the pile of to finish, like the finishing parts of finishing socks. It's gonna go in that box with the others. And that's my first FO. The yarn. I didn't tell you who it was by. I think I threw away the tag already because I filmed this last week. But it's by Bumblebee Acres Farm. And I love these. This is the Coquette sock base, which is the Corriedale nylon blend instead of merino nylon, and I love it. If ever it is an option, I will always choose it over the merino nylon. But it is a hardier feeling base, and Brad's really hard on socks, so I like to use hardier fibers for him. Like I usually choose BFL nylon instead of merino nylon when it's available. This when it's available, etc, etc. And that's that. It's a vanilla sock. I have my vanilla sock recipe listed down below. That is the same recipe, but for Brad I did the increase. Oh no, hold. My memory card was full. I went back and deleted the clips from last week and it still says I only have 32 minutes on this memory card, so it is about time to reformat, and it may not make me through this video, so I may have to switch it out again later. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, next FO is one you haven't seen before at all. My friend Natalie, if she's watching, hi Natalie, gave me, she went through her stash and was destashing a bunch of stuff, and she gave me a set of Peary. It was a hat kit for the Lucerne hat, which is a Brooklyn tweed pattern, and Peary is their fingering weight worsted spun yarn, and it was like a big skein and then a little mini skein to make the Lucerne hat, and it came with the pattern and everything, and she destashed that to me and I did it. I made the Lucerne hat. I added in, let me show you first actually. This is what it looks like. I love how this turned out. I actually made this with the intention of giving it away, like putting it in the Christmas gift box, but I love it and I kind of want to keep it, but I don't know. I'm just holding on to it for right now. It's so soft and luxurious. I want a sweater out of Peary now. It came with the white and the black in the set, but this gold is also Brooklyn tweed Peary in the color Klimt, I believe. And I just had a scrap of that in my like little scrap ball stash. So I used that as a contrast in the middle here. This is a very simple colorwork hat, but really packs a punch and was super quick to work up. Even though it was fingering weight, it flew by, which is why you haven't seen it yet, and it's already done. And that's my other FO. I love it so much. I followed it exactly to pattern. I didn't change anything. I think I might have used a different cast on than they called for in the written pattern. That's it on. Super cute, right? Super cute. But I just did a German twisted cast on because that's my stretchy cast on of choice. That's that. Editing Lee is gonna be really upset that I decided to film this today. All right, let's update you on a couple of things that you have seen before. We'll talk about my other hat, whip, while we're here. A cool cap. If you saw the last episode, you will have heard me talk about this yarn, how it was a Flower Hill Fleeces Flower Hill Fleeces homegrown yarn, which is just it's wool from her sheep. She's a shepherdess, and she had it spun up and sells it undyed. And this was a skein of that. I had knit it into a hat for Brad that turned out huge, so I frogged it, and I'm now knitting a cool cap in the yarn. So I have gotten just like, I think it may have been like half this long last time you saw it. And this yarn is kind of thick and thin, so it's giving it a really interesting texture. I haven't gotten very far on it. It's not the most exciting knit. So it is a cool cap, the pattern by Park Williams. And I really like this pattern. It's worsted weight on size 4 needles, so it's nice and warm, and it knits up really quickly when you actually work on it, and I like it. This is the second one I will have knit. I really love the look of a ribbed hat, and I think these big fat 6x6 ribs are just really nice, really good. They look great. Do I have the pattern for this? Oh, I do, sitting right here. It's a cool cap by Park Williams. Some of the projects I'm going to show you today don't actually have like updated Ravelry project pages yet. I will try to do that before posting this video. But like there's a project page for this, but no photos. And then a bunch of the new cast-ons, I just don't have pages for them at all yet. So I will do my best. I've had a lot on my plate. So we just take it, we take the things we can manage, and that's it. All right, what else have you seen? You have seen, nope, these are all new cast-ons. Oh, you've seen these. Here in my Woodsy and Wild octopus bag, we have my September striped socks. You saw that I had finished one sock last week. These are knit out of Nomadic Yarns Black Flame Candle. And the contrast color is an onion knit nettle sock yarn in the color Curry. And this is how these are looking. They're super cute. So I finished one sock, and since then I have finished the leg of the second sock. Go on, my guy. There we go. The leg of the second sock. I am at the heel. I've cut the yarn and everything to be ready for the heel. And I did this at Bitchcraft yesterday. And that is everything for that. I am using my vanilla sock recipe, which is in the description box below, as always. Flying through these things. The only other thing that I have worked on that you have seen before is my Purpurea sweater. This is in my green Hamilton Project bag, the large size from Paisley and Gold Sewing. And this is my Christmas sweater this year. I am knitting it out of Fiber for the People. I think both of the balls in here are actually like being used. Yes, they are. Fiber for the People. Both yarns are the color Indoor, and I am using the organic merino fingering base, which is 100% organic merino, and the Surrey silk base. And they're so beautiful. I am holding them together to knit my sweater. I have separated the sleeves. I'm hoping I'm not repeating myself from the last episode, but I think since you saw this last, I have separated for the sleeves and I've gotten about 4 inches down the body. I am almost ready to split the front and back for the side slits. It has nice, gorgeous, really dramatic side slits down the side. I hit my 4 inches and I'm just about to do a final cable and then splitting. And it's looking so good. It's so soft, so luxurious. The cables are getting nice and defined down here as they're getting bigger. I just love it. I don't have enough good things to say about it. It's just so good. This is the Purpurea pattern by Tetty of Tetty's Knit Garden. And I love her patterns. It is DK weight with the 2 yarns held together on size 7 or 8 needles. One of those. So it's pretty quick, actually. Works up pretty fast. But yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else very exciting to say about that either. Just trucking along. Now, everything else I have to show you are new cast-ons. I also have some acquisitions that I'm gonna talk about. All right, new cast-ons. Oh no. I do have one more thing, my cross stitch that you have seen before, but I will save this for last because if you're not here for cross stitch, you may not be interested. New projects. This is in my amazing junk yarn Barbie bag. Christmas presents. I also have acquisitions in here because I have purchased the yarn since seeing you last, but I'm already working it up. So you get a little acquisition plus new cast on here. In here I have lots of Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. I am making pot holders for my siblings and my mother. I make my mother pot holders every year for Christmas because she goes through them. She's really rough on her pot holders, and also sometimes her dogs chew on them. So I usually make her a pair of pot holders every year. And I've made a pair for her, for my stepdad, for my dad, and for my brother, or one of my brothers. But I haven't made pot holders for either of my sisters, and they both live away from home now. So they need pot holders. So I'm working on that for all of them. So far, I'm almost done with the first pot holder for my youngest sister. And I'm making hers out of this pink color. She loves pink and she loves Kirby, and this is a Kirby pink if I've ever seen one. And it's just Lily Sugar and Cream in the color Strawberry. The pattern I use for pot holders is a double thick pot holder pattern that I found for free on the internet years and years and years ago. I have it physically written down in like a little notebook because I use it so often. It's my absolute favorite pot holder, and I will try to find it. If I can find it, I will put it below. And I am using a size G 4mm crochet hook. I'm using just a clover crochet hook. All right, and the other colors I got in here are for my sister, or my older sister. She's younger than me. I'm the oldest sibling, so they're all younger than me, but the younger sister. I got Purple Haze Ombre. And for my mother this year, I got Summer Prince. And a little bonus one, I also got one for myself. I got Sunrise Ombre. Now focus. Come on, there we go. I love the 70s vibe of this color. So I'm gonna make myself a couple out of this, because why not? I deserve pile holders too. And that is that. First new cast on, first acquisition. I may need to take a moment and blow my nose. Okay, trying to expel as much as I can. Feel a little bit better. Next new cast on. We will start with personal projects first. And I have in my Mountain State Stitches Summer Sock Camp S'mores bag. I love this bag so much. It is so cute. I have a pair of Halloween socks. I started these on a whim. I wanted to start some Halloween socks, so I recklessly cast on 2 pairs. It was a while ago now. Last week? End of last week sometime? No, beginning of last week sometime. Anyways, either way, I have my first pair of Halloween socks here. I have one sock finished, and I used my vanilla sock pattern for this, except I added in a texture that may or may not be like the Hermione's Everyday Sock. I can't remember if it's the same texture as that, but yeah. The colorway is Murray and Company. And the color Witch's Cottage. And I love this color. I am obsessed. Look at the oranges and the grays. Oh, it's so good. And I am past the heel of the second sock. Only just a few rows past the heel, but still, it's all downhill from here. Downhill from here. Anyways, that's that. That's my first new cast on socks. Shock and surprise. My second and third new cast on are also socks. Ooh. But the first one I'm going to show you here is my other pair of Halloween socks I started. And they're in something exciting. They're in a new bag. This is my new Halloween project bag that I made using this really cute Skelly Boy fabric. I also lined it with this cute orange with little crosses. And yeah, I threw this together because I wanted some Halloween project bags and I didn't have any. Nothing fancy, it's just a pouch. And in here I have my other pair of Halloween socks that I started. I would like to get a few pairs of Halloween socks done this year. Maybe 5? That sounds like a good number. So this is pair number 3 with my September socks, my September striped socks. Those are a Halloween colorway, so this will make 3 pairs started. And these are, there we go. These are a broken rib sock. I did my vanilla sock recipe as usual, but I did a 2x2. I did an extra long cuff and then went into a 2x2 rib for the leg and the top of the foot. And look at this color. Isn't it so good? This is a Bad Sheep yarn, and it is from her Edgar Allan Poe collection, and it's called this. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I don't want to. That's it. It's this gorgeous gray with these greens. Some of the greens are so vibrant, they're like neon, especially like outside with some UV light. Insane. So good. And I have just got a little baby cast on for the second sock. That's it. Just a little teeny tiny baby second sock. That's it. That's as far as I got on that one. I knit all of my socks on US size 1 needles, all of my fingering weight socks. Magic loop. Nothing very exciting. Halloween socks. Now the last new cast on I have is a test knit, and this is very exciting. I, spur of the moment, decided to apply for to test the new pair of socks from Max Sincere, Max the Knitter. I don't have the cover page of the pattern, so I won't show you anything, but they're the Whiskey Neat socks. And this is a DK weight sock pattern, and I have finished the first sock. This is a sock pattern designed based off of the single malt sweater, which I have also been dying to knit. It's got this really gorgeous like faux seam down the side of the sock and this gorgeous texture. And these worked up so fast. They're toe up with an afterthought heel, and they just like fly by. I need to get going on the second one real quick and get that done so that I can take pictures because they look so good. These look amazing. The yarn I'm using is the Croft Shetland DK. It's a West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. And it is 100% Shetland wool. And I'm using the color Graven, which is this beautiful, vibrant, mossy green. Yes, I would knit a second pair of these for Brad, I think. And I think I might do that. These are for me though. So that is my other new cast on, this gorgeous test knit that I really need to get moving on. All right, the last work in progress I'm gonna show you is here in my Firefly pouch from Southern Fried Stitching, and this is my Halloween cross stitch. This is a pattern that I will link below. I cannot remember the name of the pattern nor the designer, but last time you saw it, I was only a little way in, and now I am much farther. Hopefully that's focused. I'm completely blocking my face. But that's what it looks like. It is going so well. I love how it's turning out. I still have quite a ways to go, but it'll be done before Halloween, I'm sure. I am using, I don't remember what the recommended colors are for this pattern. It is just 2 colors. And I'm using DMC floss in the colors 720 and 919. So if you decide you want to stitch this bad boy up and you like my colors, those are them. Like I said, I don't remember if those are the recommended colors or not. I don't have it printed out on my pattern. And that's it for whips. I haven't had as much knitting time lately as I normally would because I've been preparing for show. Gotta work, gotta make the money. All right, I guess we'll do acquisitions. The first acquisition I have to show you is a yarn I picked up while my mom was here. She was visiting last week. She left last week. I picked up a yarn for my brother. I wanted to knit him another pair of socks. I knit him a pair for his birthday, and apparently he's a big fan. And I have a yarn set aside for him that I would like to make him a pair of socks out of, but I wanted to make him another pair of socks. Like I wanted to knit him 2 pairs for Christmas. And so since I had my mom with me, I had her help me pick out a color for him. And I picked out the West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply. This is a commercial sock yarn. I am a huge fan of this sock yarn. It is my favorite commercial sock yarn. I love it so much. And so reasonable. It's only like $14 a ball. $13 a ball. And it's a 100-gram ball. That's insane. So I love this yarn. It is 100 grams, 75% wool, 25% nylon, and of that 75% wool, 35% of it is BFL, Blue Face Luster. So it's really sturdy and nice. I love knitting Brad socks out of this too. And this is from their bird collection. I have 2 of their birds already. I have Rock Pigeon and Robin. And I've been eyeballing this one, so I love that I have an excuse to knit this now. This is Mallard. So cute. So I got that. That's my first acquisition. My second acquisition is just from yesterday at Bitchcraft. At Bitchcraft, Rita was there. She is the dyer behind Ex Libris Fibers. Big fan of hers. And she's local to me, which is great. But I had to pick up a yarn from her while I was there. And she had this really gorgeous colorway. It is called Witch Garden Flowers. There we go. Focus. Look how beautiful and subtle this colorway is. It's got purples and grays, but then it has some icy blues and some mossy greens like sprinkled in. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm so excited to knit socks out of this. So beautiful. And it feels really nice. It is a 75-25 merino nylon blend, but the nylon is recycled. So it feels a little, I don't know if that's why, but this base feels a little more rustic than normal 75-25s. And I love that. That is my other acquisition. Now, my last acquisition is exciting. I'm going to talk to you about it. I decided that now was the time for me to get my act together and start planning projects from this. I purchased this book. It's the Shetland Schrader Volume 3, or Book 3, Heritage. I purchased it a while ago because I love all of the patterns in it. It's designed by Gudrun Johnston, and I just love everything in here. It's amazing. Really speaks to me on a deep personal level. So I had ordered a couple of cones of Holst Super Soft a while back, and these things are monstrous. They're so big. They're 500 grams each, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them. I was figuring I'd get a couple of sweaters out of each of them or something, but there are a couple of patterns in the Shetland Schrader that call for a lot of yarn, like dresses type things. The two specifically I am talking about are the Surik, this thing, so cute, but calls for so much yarn, and this dress called the Hjarta. Probably butchering that too, but look at this dress. It's so good, but also requires a lot of yarn. They're both fingering weight, but I have enough yarn in these for the main color for each of them. So I got my act together, and I decided to plan out what contrast colors I wanted for these and to order them. So for this one, I have time to change my mind, plenty of time. But I think I'm going to do this color. This color is called Ember. I think I'm gonna do this for the main color. And for the contrasts here, I'm going to do a monochrome kind of vibe. I ordered this color, which is Sunrise. This color, which is Maize, like corn. And this color, which is Clementine, like a clementine. Now, these two colors, Maize and Sunrise over here, look more similar on camera than they do in real life. They're really not similar at all, but this is the vibe I think I'm going for here. I do have room to play around because I ordered contrast colors for the other project as well, and those will also go really well with this, and these will really go well with the purple too. So I can mix and match if I want. If I want to do like a monochrome vibe, I'll do this. If I want to do something else, I have enough in these little balls to get, I can use one of these in multiple projects if I want, because the contrast colors, some of them require very little yarn, like very little yarn. So let me show you the other combo, and this is what I was thinking for the Surik, or however you pronounce it, this thing. So again, doing this color, which is called Hyacinth. Yep, Hyacinth for the main color. And then the monochrome vibe I got for this one are the colors Pussy Willow, Thistledown, and Ecru. So these are the contrast colors I ordered for this one. It is a gorgeous, like, monochromatic vibe. It calls for more colors than this, contrast colors. So I may just reduce the chart down to 3 colors because it does like a gradient kind of thing in the contrast, and I don't really think that's necessary. But I could also add in a pop of like maize. I think the maize would look really nice with this as well. With the ecru, I think it'd be a nice pop. So I can play around with it and decide later, but I have options. I have options here. So I ordered a bunch of little Holst Super Soft. These little balls are 50 grams, but they're so small and so cute and so cheap. I think I spent less than $30 on these 6 balls of yarn, including shipping from Denmark, because I ordered these directly from the Holst website. So to America, shipped from Denmark, 6 balls of yarn. It was 20 something dollars, and you cannot beat that. So that's what I got. They're so cute. Look at them all together. I'm gonna have to change my memory card. I've hit my 32 minutes. I'm back with a new memory card. Oh boy. Actually, there isn't a whole lot left to talk about today. I made it through FOs, whips, and acquisitions. Don't know when I'm gonna cast on either of these projects. I probably need to finish some things before I start some big things. But like I said, it's been kind of slow going for projects lately because of all of the other things I have going on. I still have 2 more shows this year. One is a zine fair locally here in Pittsburgh. So if you're in Pittsburgh, check it out. Zine fairs are always a really fun time. It's really chill, really like, normally they have kind of alt vibes and some weirdo stuff for sale. It's really great. I love them. So I will be going to a zine fair, and that is soon. Sorry, I just noticed there's a hair clip that is not mine stuck to my drafting table leg. I need to send the picture to my brother because I think it might be his. What was I saying? I got really distracted by that hair clip. Oh my god. But anyways, yes, I have the zine fair and I really want to make a new zine for it, so I need to get to work on that. It is this week and it's on Sunday and today is Monday, so I have a week to make a zine, which is plenty of time to make a zine. They're not like big fancy formal things, but I need to get on it. And I'm sick, so I'm filming today, but the rest of today I am going to rest and try to like get better. I'm just gonna be working. As soon as the Baltimore show is over, it'll be gearing up for Christmas time, which is usually my busiest season. And maybe we'll try to squeeze in a trip to the lake at some point in there. Brad and I really love going up. I mean, we've only done it once, but last year we went up to Lake Erie for a long weekend, and it was probably one of my favorite trips we've ever taken. So it'd be nice to be able to squeeze one of those in again. We went right around Halloween last year and it was so spooky and cold and just glorious. It was great. It was great. But that's still a while from now. I am going to let you go because I'm sick and talking is really wearing me out. I got through a lot of things in a short amount of time today. Relatively short amount of time, I feel like. But thanks so much for joining me, and I will see y'all next time.